Hi everyone, this is Mrs. Feeney. Sorry I can't be with you today, but today we're going to learn a new concept. Today we're going to study elements, compounds, and mixtures. So I would like you to please take out your packets and turn to page 22. As you can see from page 22, this is a poem by Evan P. Silberstein. I'm going to read the poem to you, and I'd ask that you please follow along. Ready? Here we go. Elements are simple things that can't be broken down. When put together chemically, they always form compounds. But thinking of the usual way that chemicals are found, it's jumbled up in mixtures that most chemicals abound. Chemicals are everywhere, one of life's permanent fixtures. Yes, chemicals really matter, those elements, compounds, and mixtures. Elements are building blocks from which all things are made. There are over 100 elements in the element parade, and they're all made of atoms, just as Mr. Dalton said. It's elements, pure and simple, nothing simpler, I'm afraid. Chemicals are everywhere, one of life's permanent fixtures. Yes, chemicals really matter, those elements, compounds, and mixtures. Compounds form from elements, and though it may seem strange, when they form a compound, their properties all change. As chemicals combine, their particles rearranged to form some different substances, their properties all change. Chemicals are everywhere, one of life's permanent fixtures. Yes, chemicals really matter, those elements, compounds, and mixtures. With mixtures, it's so different, and there's one thing you can bet. Put salt and water together, it will still be salty and wet. Though you might be fearing changes, there's no reason for to fret. Without chemical combination, there's nothing new to get. Chemicals are everywhere, one of life's permanent fixtures. Yes, chemicals really matter, those elements, compounds, and mixtures. Now what I would like to do is talk about the main ideas of each section. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4 of the verses are italicized. They're like a refrain in a song. They keep being repeated. So we're going to write what it means in just regular general language rather than in poetry. So let's look at the first refrain that gets repeated. This one says, chemicals are everywhere, one of life's permanent fixtures. Yes, chemicals really matter, those elements, compounds, and mixtures. If we were to rewrite that in regular language, we might want to say something like, all matter exists in the form of elements, compounds, and mixtures. Please stop this recording and write that down. You may write it in the margin next to the poem. Got it? Now we're going to work on writing main ideas from the first verse of the poem. And that one is, elements are simple things that can't be broken down. When put together chemically, they always form compounds. But thinking of the usual way that chemicals are found, it's jumbled up in mixtures that most chemicals abound. So we have a couple main ideas. So one of the first main ideas would be that elements are the simplest unit of matter. Remember, you and I talked about that before. We said that elements were like the letters of the alphabet. The second main idea from this first verse is that most elements exist as mixtures. So what we're doing is taking poetry, very flowery language that poets like to use, and we're simplifying it. We're writing main ideas of the verses, but we're doing it in the simplest way that we can. I'd like you to try it now. You can read the next part, which is elements or building blocks right down here, and then think about what main idea or ideas can be taken from that section and write them next to it on your papers. Good luck.